Dear friend, good evening to all of you. And today we will discuss the plant distribution or the phytogeography, either you can say the phytogeographical analysis of plant distribution. As you know that what is plant geography, plant geography, phytogeography, or the phyta means plant and geography means the distribution. So the plant distributed onto the earth surface, or either you can say the plant geography deals with the spatials, which is talking about the relations to the space, the relationships of the plants which is present in the past as well as into the present. Both includes it is in relations to the spatial one. So the objective of this chapter is to explain the distribution of plants over the surface of the world or the earth. The Good in 1964, he was dealing with the plant geography in closely relation to the anthropology and zoology, in addition to the botany. And the ecology plus plant geography means the geobotany. The plant in relation to the earth surface as well as the substratum. The plant ecology, deals with the relationships of the condition of the habitat. The plant geography is the correlation between the plant and distribution of external condition. Then the phytogeography means the study of origin of and distribution of plant and animal both in time and space. The Alexander von Humboldt, who is known as the father of phytogeography, in 1807, he just started the point of how the species has been originated, how the plant has been distributed, or how they are occupying the different spaces along with the different times. The concept of distribution of the plant has also been studied by the De Candolle in 1813, who is the man who recognized with the who coined the term taxonomy. The Good in 1931, he projected the theory of tolerance in the distribution of the plant. So in the theory of tolerance, who is going to tolerate is the species is going to be distributed. If it is not going to be distributed, so that means the tolerance power is less. The Clarke, the Hooker, the Calder, they have classified the various phytogeographical regions of India. In India, D. Chatterjee in 1939 says that the phytogeography includes the origin and distribution of species and their classification of different phytogeographical region. So in another term, you can say that in various zones, different type of species has been recognized. So we have to discuss that what are the regions by which the species is going to confine in particular place, or species is going to distributed throughout the different zones. The study of origin, spatial relationship and distribution of plant both in time and space comes under the phytogeography. The phytogeography is there are two broad categories has been recognized of the phytogeography. The first one is called the descriptive phytogeography, the distribution of plant community in different parts of the world. This is called the static phytogeography. Interpretative phytogeography, causes of plant distribution, dynamic phytogeography. According to Lawrence 1951, there are 13 principles which are grouped into the various factors like the environment, plant response, migration, as well as the perpetuation. So these are the important factors as given by the Lawrence in 1951. So these factors are actually they are going to govern the species of the distribution of the species. The descriptive phytogeography or the distribution of the different vegetational zones of the world. The vegetational floras are described in systematic way, and various floristic zones are formed by their descriptions. The type of distribution, ecological factors are responsible for distribution of the plant. There are two type of categories amongst these factors. These are inherent factors, the evolution of individuals and its relative immobility. So अगर वो immobile है, the species एक ही जगह पर रह पाएगा क्योंकि वो इमोबिलिटी है. दूसरा जोग्राफिकल वन है. जोग्राफिकल वन में द क्लाइमेटिक फैक्टर्स and the barriers one. The barriers are ones are the characteristics one, and Good suggested that these barriers which are characteristic feature, they cannot be crossed by the spreading species in the ordinary process for its dispersal. So these are the important factor for to understand the phytogeography. So the barriers are very important one, climatic factors are also very important, and these are the part of the geographical outlook. And also the inherent distribution has also been recognized, which is talking about the relative immobility. These factors are great significance to the distribution of plant over the world in the different climatic zone. Further, the various biotic factors may influence such distribution. These are the aspects that the plant geographer are to be bear in mind while considering the plant into the different regions of the world. And you know that in the world there are three type of distributions has been recognized: the continuous one, discontinuous one, as well as the endemic one. The continuous distribution means the plant are distributed throughout in one climatic zone without any interruption. Poya, Phragmites, as well as the Chenopodium as the best example. The second one is the discontinuous distribution. Discontinuous distribution, plant are distributed in more than one separated by wide gaps, and plants have no capacity to disperse from one place to the another one. This theory is substantiated by the theory of land bridge as well as the theory of continental drift. So in continuous distribution, we got the point that the plant are distributed throughout the one climatic condition without any interpretation. For example, the Phragmites, Chenopodium, as well as the Poya. In second one, we are talking about that a discontinuous distribution is there. So discontinuous distribution means the species occurring into the one part, and if there is a gap between the two parts, the species is also growing into the another parts is also been there. So this theory is substantiated by the theory of land bridge as well as the theory of continental drift. For example, the Malaya and Australia, the common species are occurring into the Paleozoic era. So later on the land merged into the sea. So the Malaya and Australia is going to be separated. So which was one into the Paleozoic era. So the species may be the same between the Malaya as well as the Australia in present time. In the second case, uniformity of the plant distribution in a single supercontinental theory of Paleozoic era. The supercontinent break into the which is known as the Pangaea into the North Laurasia, southern Gondwana land. Two continents give rise to Europe, Greenland, North America, and Gondwana. This ultimately form the India, South America, Australia, and Antarctica. So species are one into the Paleozoic regions, and they have been distributed into the patches by the but we can say the continental break of Pangaea into the different land formation. The land masses are separated, and their plants are showing the uniformity of the structure. The Nothofagus, Adansonia, which occur into the South America as well as the South Africa. So this is suggested that the continental drift, this type of distribution may be occurring due to the Pangaea का टूटने से स्पीसीज एक जगह की जो स्पीसीज थी वो दूसरी जगह पे भी चलेगी. तो तीसरा टाइप का जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, दैट इज नोन एज द endemic distribution. And endemic distribution means the presence of a type of plant in a small region only. The ginkgo biloba, Metasequoia has been described as the small patch distribution is there. The species are particularly confined to the particular place is called the endemic distribution. But once we talk about how the species are going to restricted in from one place to the another one, but the point is that has been explained by the various workers who is working on the phytogeographical one, the nature and division of the world into the floristic zone. This has also been a very important one, because you know that the altitude plays an important role in determining the species constitution as well as the vegetation. There are three latitudinal zone: polar zone, temperate zone, as well as the tropical zone. Due to the shape of the earth and its position in relation to the sun, these which are symmetrically to the equator one. Hansen 1920 he recognized the world floristic regions, and these are he recognized that the 8 zone on either side of the equator. For example, the equator zone 0 to 15 degree on either side of the equator. Tropical zone 15 to 23.5 degree on either side of the equator. Subtropical zone 23.5 to 34 degree on either side of the equator. Warm temperate zone 34 to 45 degree on either side of equator. Cold temperate zone 45 degree to 58 degree on either side of equator. Subarctic zone 58 to 66.5 on either side of the equator. The Arctic zone 66.5 to 72.0 degree on either side of the equator, and the polar zone 72 to 90 degree on either side of the equator. So this is forming the North Pole as well as the South Pole from the equator zone. And also, as we just explained the point that the species is a very important aspect, because along with the species, the temperature is going to change, the soil is going to change. So that's why the vegetation is also going to change. So this point is that the distribution is 0 to 60. There is a parameter of the species which is going to govern from one place to the another one. This is also governed by the altitude. 0 to 600 meter zones of palms and banana, 600 to 1250 meter tree ferns as well as the figs, the 1250 to 1900 pines, the 1900 and 2600 meter evergreen trees, 2600 to 3200 meter deciduous tree, 3200 to 3800 meter coniferous trees, 3800 to 4450 alpine zones is there, 4450 to 5050 alpine halves may be there, and above the 5050 the above the ice and snow has been recognized. So this is a general parameter, and this is ultimately forming the various zones, and various zones is going to is a place that has been occupied by the different type of species, and this can be compared with the species distribution of the tree species, particularly the Soria robusta, Tectona grandes, the Tuna ciliata, Pinus roxburghi, Quercus species, Leucotrichophora, Quercus species of Floribunda, the Quercus species of Semicarpifolia lanuginosa, and then the Dus Devdara, Cypress forest, and then also simultaneously with the other species also been there, the Abies, Pisces smithiana. So these are species going along with the starting from low altitude reaching into the high altitude zone. On floristic pattern, Good 1964 divided the world into the 6 kingdoms, and these 6 kingdoms are further divided into the subkingdoms. Subkingdoms are further divided into the regions, and regions are divided into the provinces. These provinces and this. So the floristic kingdoms as by the Goods is Holarctic, which is North America, Neotropis South America, Paleotropis Asia, Capensis Africa, Australia, as well as the Antarctics. Good divided the 6 kingdom smaller unit provinces. Paleotropical kingdom, these subdivisions each with the floristic provinces. The rest of the 5 kingdom with directly into the provinces. 37 floristic regions and floristic province has been recognized. Takhtajan with 35 floristic regions and 152 floristic provinces has been recognized by the various different workers. If I'm just going to, again, we are repeating the point that the Good in 1964, 6 floristic kingdoms, Holarctic, Boreal, North America, Neotropis, Indotropical, South America, the Paleotropis with South Asia and Europe, Capensis with South America, Australia, as well as the Antarctica. The kingdoms are divided into subkingdoms, subkingdoms are divided into the regions, and regions are divided into the provinces. So ultimately the kingdom, subkingdom, then the regions as well as the provinces, and floristic regions are there. 37 floristic regions and 152 provinces has been recognized. If I'm just going to talk about in India, the phytogeographical regions of India by J.D. Hooker, Flora of British India, the Eastern Himalaya, Northwestern Himalaya, Indus Plain, Gangetic Plain, Malabar, the Deccan, the Ceylon, Burma, as well as the Malaya. The C.C. Calder in 1937, Eastern Himalaya, Western Himalaya, Indus Plain, the Gangetic Plain, Malabar, Deccan, and D. Chatterjee also clarify the issues related to the Indian division. So simultaneously the Takhtajan recognized the 35 floristic regions and 152 floristic provinces, and these are Holarctic, Asia, Paleotropic, Madagascar, Zambia regions, Neotropical, Caribbean Sea, South America, South Africa, Australia, as well as the Antarctica. The phytogeographical regions as suggested by the J.D. Hooker and also suggested by the Calder. And then the Chatterjee, 8 divisions has been recognized by D. Chatterjee from India. The Decans, in the Decans, Dendrocalamus, Phoenix, Cederella is there. In Malabar, Michaelia is there. The Indus plain, the Bhutia, Gingiber is also been there. Gigippus is also been there. The Gangetic plain, Caparis, Meduca, Delbergia is there. Assam, Dipterocarpus, Asparagus, Terminalia is there. In Eastern Himalaya, Soria, Simbapogon, Bahunia is there. And in Western Himalaya, which is consisting of Central Himalaya as well as the Western Himalaya, in Central Himalaya, Pinus, Baumeria, Olea is there. And Western Himalaya, Pinus, Cedrus as well as the Salix and these other species have also been recognized. So this is just a divisional concept of various zones which has been formulated by the various worker, and in good also recognize the various kingdoms, and that has been divided into sub-kingdom and ultimately reaching into the provinces. So these these are forming the different zones, and these zones are ultimately recognizing the various different type of species has been grouped into this zones or into these provinces or kingdoms, ultimately forming this kingdom. And so ultimately the distribution of species is not a single issue, but this is governed by the various factors, and these various factors are ultimately going to govern the species distribution. So this due to the what we can say that this may be due to the this is due to the geographical conditions, and which is very important because it is talking about the time, it is talking also about the space. So thank you very much for listening me the plant phytogeography.